Hey guys, how's it going? Today we're going to be doing an in-depth review of Sans Undertale. Now, if you like the music we're playing right now, head on over to Say So. They make great music and I'm using one of their beats in this video. Now don't forget to like and subscribe before we hop into this epic anime in-depth character review. Sans Undertale is the main villain of the anime Scooby-Doo. He is the son of Shaggy, but surprisingly he is the weakest character in the entire show, having a power level of just 1. Despite this, he is almost able to defeat Fred and Velma in the series finale, which just goes to show how skilled he was. He is definitely my favorite villain in any anime, and in this episode of in-depth character reviews, I'm going to do an in-depth review of him. Story arc. Sans Undertale was created at the beginning of the universe, along with Matt. Because Matt absorbed all of the power Shaggy gave to the two, Sans Undertale became one of the weakest creatures in the galaxy, topped only by T-Series after PewDiePie releases his 3rd diss track. Throughout the entire show, Sans Undertale is in the background orchestrating the events of the anime, and although Shaggy is omnipotent and thus knew that it was Sans all along, he couldn't bring himself to out one of his children. This eventually leads to Sans making a deal with Ricardo Milos, who almost defeated Shaggy, while Sans himself works with Scrappy-Doo to destroy Wyoming, and in the end, when Scooby-Doo is fighting Scrappy-Doo, and Sans is fighting Fred and Velma, he shows that he's willing to go to any lengths to get the power Matt stole from him. In the final shot of the anime, Sans is trapped by Fred's grandpap, and he reveals that he has one last secret weapon. The camera cuts to Fred and Velma staring in disbelief as we hear Sans' voice say the N-word, then cut to black and roll credits. Honestly, this is my favorite anime moment, as the show doesn't show what happens after Sans says the N-word, thus leaving it up to your imagination, and I think this moment alone would definitely get him to the top 5 anime villains of all time. Feats of strength. Despite Sans having a power level of only 1, he has accomplished some truly amazing things. I will list just a few here. Sans can lift an entire horse above his head, and it has been confirmed by a doctor that he has no soul. Sans Undertale has also beaten a rare Deepwater Jew in a duel of wits and strength. He has been able to go toe-to-toe with Fred, Velma, Matt, at least in the manga, Pickle Rick, the Coon, Sasuke, and T-Series before Bitch Lasagna was released. Sans Undertale has also been able to outrun a water bottle that was yeeted by Shaggy himself by walking backwards. Some people say this is evidence of Sans hacking, but I think it's just his MLG skills. Final score. Sans is my number 1 villain in any anime, and I think he carries the second half of the show. He has an interesting premise, a great story arc, and the best voice acting I've seen in a long while, and great fight scenes. I think in total he scores out of